person. And your
No, don't do the
punishment
front cuff, baby. You gotta do the
follow.
back cuff. Make it uncomfortable for him. You know, maybe, break his other leg too. Make him even more crooked. Be a bit creative, Jesus.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing
Are
happening?
we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to...
I'm home.
He's back.
The Crooked Man.
And you're back in your white outfit. What happened to your black one?
Motherfucker.
Are you okay?
Hell no, I'm not okay.
It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place. And after what happened with Mary...
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later.
I'd rather
You
not.
did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting
What do you have
for?
to say for yourself?
You killed Lily!
She was my
Where the
sister.
fuck do you get
what about
off?
Faith?
You think you have the right
Kinda
to just
kangaroo
do this
court
to
shit
me?
is this,
You're
huh?
a fucking crook!
Why would you have a trial here?
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder of
As I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Well, he still did it, though.
It would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Bigby, is that true?
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a
No,
minute.
you be
So
quiet.
you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Don't worry about it. He's
It's
gone.
done.
Justice has already been dispatched. Bigby...
No, I didn't. I did not do that.
So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
Well, you'll speak when we're done
We
speaking.
have
How
to
about
read
that?
the rest of the
What
charges.
other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White. Unless you plan to abandon the charge.
Let her finish.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf,
More than once.
A misunderstanding.
aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
Yeah, and kidnapping
And
Crane.
kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Because you had a gun
Yes,
at him.
Thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap.
Let him run his
he's done.
mouth.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where
well.
it fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
No, 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 no. Leave him
This is
cuffed.
ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
It's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg. It was
Well,
only
that's
about
not what
time
Georgie
before
said.
something like this happened.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
Georgie and
She
Vivian. Vivian backed it
misunderstood
up, by the
my
way.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
I was attacked.
Yeah,
What are you talking
your
about?
goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They
Dude,
do
you
it because
had
they want
Mary
to
come in
protect
and
me,
beat my
because
ass.
I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
Yeah, they didn't want to protect
Yeah,
you.
right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions. as
Oh,
George
sure they
was.
were.
You're not serious. I know what you do to people. I've seen it firsthand. What you did to Faith. The way you manipulated her. Do you really think any of those girls were free? Do you really think Faith
I'm
wanted
sorry,
to...
Lawrence. I'm sorry that your wife came to me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my best judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Who's believing
Right,
this
and you
bullshit?
kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant.
You were getting ready to sell
Government
beauty into
abandoned
the
you,
sex
poor
market.
and hopeless, sniveling on street corners. I was there to look out for you,
Are we gonna forget that we know about that part?
Yes, but
wasn't I?
Yeah, that was...
Crane was the one
That
who let
bullshit.
this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
For the longest time,
Are we gonna forget the part where she was like afraid for her life to
they
talk
asked
to
me
us?
come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor.
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Hang on.
I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk
Oh,
about
we're
this.
not?
Bigby just
This
means
is
that-
important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
You know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
Yeah, that was kind of before we knew
We've
about the
made
Crooked
some
Man.
mistakes.
But
I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town.
I can't
That
justify
may
that
not
one.
always be
That was all
clear
it's no.
right away. But I want you all to know that I care
However,
deeply about all of you.
I don't see what bearing that
And
has
so does the sheriff.
on his guilt.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way,
Yeah, he took
someone
these
would
two
die.
people from us.
He took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Yeah, what the hell was Johan doing that, being on his side for it? Remember, they took your shop from you, dude.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What history? I haven't killed anybody this entire game.
Snow?
So, are we done?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this.
Quiet, Clementine.
I just
Of
need...
course
The
it's
adults
right.
are talking.
This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Because he was doing your
course.
orders.
Where are you going with this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions?
Which
as well?
actions? I haven't done anything
Like
wrong
what?
yet.
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your
I
custody?
didn't do anything wrong.
He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
I didn't fucking touch him.
What? You think you shouldn't be held accountable?
I didn't touch
That was
him.
Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection.
What protection? He wasn't going to be harmed.
Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior.
What
but I
behavior?
was
I haven't
very
done anything
This
sure-
is
wrong all game
completely
long.
different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened.
Where's
Georgie
Maritza when
killed
I need
Faith
her?
and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
What
right.
crimes? I haven't done anything wrong.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard.
Dude, you can
please.
leave now.
What's that supposed to mean?
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain
here.
level of privilege should be afforded to
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare
Without
challenge their
you,
brutality
who will
when it
threaten to
leaks
force
to
the
our
women
dear
into
citizens?
prostitution?
Who will
And the
protect
men
you
into
from
slave
the big
labor.
Bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White?
There you are. About damn time.
Excuse me,
I-
dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
Let her
She has
talk.
something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
No, she did that on her own.
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only
there's
two
your
people
evidence,
who
buddy.
ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole. And I hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
There's your evidence.
This just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a
At
Word
least
of
5
what?
other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it.
Down the well you go,
Down the
buddy.
witching well.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
Yeah, you've had your
Wait.
turn. You're
You're
done.
done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he
Let
isn't
her finish
stopped.
talking, goddammit.
So we get rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not? What about a vote?
What do you think
Yeah,
this
let's do a
is?
vote.
Everyone, calm down.
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What
This
about
is a
him?
vote. It's not about
He was
agreeing. It's about
appointed.
seeing what
He's
majority rules.
the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me. I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Sheriff Wolf, thank you very much.
Do what you think is right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you think.
Rip
is
his
right.
head off,
Teach him a fucking
lock him
lesson.
up,
No.
throw him
has
down
to
the
die.
well.
Lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
Yeah, I was doing that on purpose. Get your crooked ass arms off of me.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still.
End it already.
Death is too easy for you.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you
After
can't
what
be serious.
he's done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Make it a bad prison.
Yes. There's a way.
Doesn't think I'd be deaf. Doesn't think I'd be pleasant either.
All right. Do it.
Like I'm in the pits of hell for all eternity. How about that?